Hi. This YouTube channel is supposed to be something unrelated to this, but I feel very impulsed and I feel very compelled to speak about this. So, it's just gonna be something I post, whatever. But, I really like how my feed is on YouTube. It's very informational, thought-provoking, whatever. I had gotten this video on my feed, and it's a dangerous mindset that I see often as a therapist. And I was like, interesting. I wonder if this could apply to me, if there's anything that I need to reflect on by seeing this. So I watched the video, and he's just starts off by saying how people have a lack of wanting to suck at things, new things that you want to be a part of, but can't push through the trial and error of that skill. It's mainly skill related things, or maybe task related things, or even project related things, I guess. And he said that people have created this comfortable habit of wanting to pick convenience over struggle, or over failure, or the cost, the quality, or quality. And he says that a lot of it is because people go based off of the surface of how they represent themselves, and if that's something that provokes something deeper within them, they will not continue to even try. And people have lost the ability to try, and again, as I keep saying, to fail, to struggle, to earn something. And people have been put in this system where all they have to do is put minimal effort and they get satisfied. And by that, an example of that is just Instagram Reels. I don't know if you guys are familiar, and I'm sure you are familiar of the term doom scrolling. So because of that, because of how 3-day ship, or Amazon Prime, just getting your package and not waiting for it, just needing it immediately. For some, it makes sense. I guess you have someone's birthday coming up, but even then, you're supposed to, you plan for, not, people decide to sacrifice pieces of themselves just to feel satisfied, because the feeling of pain is so, it is normalized to avoid pain. It is normalized to feel mentally good, because no one has ever been put in the position where they could really be emotionally disheveled and given space and time to reflect. We've only ever been put in the position where we have to continuously move. Anyway, so I know I keep going a little bit of side tangents for that, but I would like to double dip in this topic that this user posted, because it's my free will. I don't know why I'm explaining myself or trying to validate myself, but I guess I was just trying to put a point in there. A point is that, like I said, I would like to double dip in this topic, and I feel like there's another important thing that he didn't mention that I think that we should really be talking about too, which he did mention on the line, and I think that he was really getting into people having a lack of passion, which is yes, people don't know what passion is anymore, and it's because everybody is just we need to survive, and we need to be this, we need to have good grades, whatever, we're doing whatever it takes just to be out of here, just to have everybody else happy, and not really just breathing. Anyway, he talks about how people just don't want to fail or suck or do anything like that. I'm like, yes, people don't want to do that. Okay, that's the state of what's going on in society right now. Let's just say yes. Okay, they don't want to do that. They don't want to fail. They don't want to disappoint. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be laughed at. Okay, point blank that. The question is, and it's not just fully like reprogramming them. So yes, it can be specific that people just like maybe someone was utterly embarrassed while they were growing up as a kid, and that's the reason why they don't want to try things, or they were like always like just it could be something like nurtured specifically in their childhood, whatever. But it's more than that because it's amongst so many people in this generation. In this generation, in the upcoming generation, we've seen iPad kids, and I think that's like a common term or a common phrase or a common thing that we've like nudged at, like iPad kids. I'm not letting my kids have an iPad, and people see that like what the issue is. We see that it is the things that are given to us, right. So now that people do have this mindset, we've come to like reprogram them like, okay, this is how you're gonna rewire your brain to not really accept those sorts of things, right? Well, if it's happened to people, like multiple people, and I'm sure there's many people we can account for. It's been in TV shows, it's been in YouTube videos, it's been people who you watch regularly who will mention their attention span, who will mention that they watch reels, who will mention all those things. I have a wedgie. Who will mention all those things, right? So, I'm here to say that I think it's because of the world that has been architected around us. And it's the people before us that have integrated an environment amongst us to have us be a certain way. For the big regime, whatever. That's a side tangent or something else. But I think that we should be posing different questions instead of just going subject by subject by subject, person by person by person, rewiring then person by person. It's just too long. And it's a good start. It's like a good like way of really tapping into like what an issue is. But I feel like that's a global issue. It's not just this person like feels this way. No, it's because there's been a lack of nurturement. There's been a lack of educating people. It's been a lack of teaching people a way of experiencing life without technology. We are in a world and we're facing what it is like and what sacrifice humanity makes when it comes to convenience and not just building up to it. It shouldn't be just an artist who just really taps out of it, figures out that it's the process and not the product that matters. It should be everybody for everything that happens. It's not about building, like... Okay, anyway. Let me just read out my comment that I wrote. I 100% agree on this concern for the young adults or the youth. However, this mindset is a product of what was represented, taught, and nurtured. A lot of the times this is due to the environment built around us. The reasons that you display, that you can empathize what curates these ideas of quick rushes, short-term solutions, and self-development should be questions or further researched. This is due to the nature of our moving society. Somewhere in the involvement of this generation, there's been a lack of attention. The issue is so far beyond those who have this mindset. It goes as to what we've allowed our society to absorb, what culture we've created, and the lack of responsibility and accountability. It's to a point that not only are you breaking their mindset through... Okay, what I mean by this one, it's like, imagine you have this mindset. Not only are you like... and you realize you have this mindset, or you realize you have this issue, or you're going to therapy, whatever. The reason that you tap out of it is because of deep analysis and deep analysis and overcoming actions and like putting a little bit of this and this and this every single day so that you break out of that habit or that sort of mindset, that programming that you've put in that you've absorbed because of shit that's been happening for like past 20 years since technology has arrived, whatever. Alright. But not only are you doing that, you're also cutting off the things that encourage that stuff. And it's no surprise that half of those things you cut out are things that are sold to you and things that were normalized, like phones, social media, ads, movies, and anything digitally entertaining. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you guys know. Screen time. What else? I don't know, restricting yourself from things. I don't know, like having a diet. Like, it's all the things that have just been given to you, like, immediately. Like, if we had an apocalypse today, you would have those sources cut out, and you would think nothing but just to survive. But okay. Anyway, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. I don't know. Anyway, that's just like a thought that I've like thought about multiple times about having an apocalypse, and I think that would just reset everything. Anyway. Okay, if we had not had these sources, would this mindset even be an epidemic? Somewhere along the line, it's by default a lack of educating minds, boundaries, or like, you know how when you have like a screen time, you're putting a boundary as to like the access to your phone or access to these sort of things that you enjoy. But it's just a lack of teaching people that the boundaries, like, I was never taught growing up about boundaries. I was never taught that. And a lot of people aren't. Some people are lucky enough to have people who clearly understand how the human body should absorb things and go along this sort of going on a really healthy lifestyle. Not a perfect one, because it's like the shit that comes at you that's not perfect, but how to regulate yourself with the world around us. Like, it's like a little code, like a little secret language. But anyway. Okay. Somewhere along the line, it's by default a lack of educating minds, boundaries, healthy habits, and a consumerist world. If we had not been given the resources, if we have not been given the sources of ads, of just continuous selling of shit, or just continuous, like, you need this, and this. If we just had nothing in front of our face, we would not feel the need to be convenient about shit. So I think that is the issue. It is a grand issue. The grand issue is creating a new society for people enough to see a different perspective with the things in your life personally. If there had not been phones, people wouldn't feel if there had not been phones, like, in this period, or like there's like a mass shut off on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, like Ready Player One. If y'all have not seen Ready Player One, at the end of the movie, Ready Player One, they shut off the system so that people can like connect and rebuild and rebrand, whatever. If we had not had phones, relationships wouldn't be so reliant on the immediate connection of their individual to have the equivalent of a true spiritual and engraved connection with another human being. If we had not had phones, it would not have been like, I mean, back when my parents, before there were phones, they were just like, yeah, I'm gonna be here, and you better believe it. It's all about trust and faith, okay? Anyway, this is my tackle on it. I think that, like he says, that it's a dangerous mindset. Like it said, I just feel like there's a big grand scheme that not only should a therapist be diving into, like, yes, it's good that he acknowledges an issue, but it should be something globally. Like I could adapt this mindset that he says is dangerous at any point. And that's what's so dangerous about this whole concept, is the fact that it's not just something that is just like, it's just generated because physically you have disabilities or something like that. This is something man-made. This is a mindset that can be man-made, that can be reversed, but it should be just a global thing. Like, we need to tackle it as people who don't even have a mindset, or we could, because a lot of the reasons are due to what we're failing to do. We're failing, and not just us, or just like parents, our educators, people, like, they're under, like, old code. Like, we need to bring the new code. We need to bring, like, together, like, and I know y'all see it. I know y'all seeing the flip phones. People are getting flip phones and everything because everybody's seeing. Yeah, we need to build a new culture. If it's really an issue that's happening, and like, yeah, just like it can be like, it can be like adapted and it can be like reversed individually. But it's like, what if it was all around? So yeah, let me know if I even made it to a point, or if this makes sense, or if I was thought-provoking, or like inspiring, or what else. Like, you're on my team, like, you know what I'm talking about, and you know how we should totally like revolutionize. We should build a whole new system. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be like, what's the point? No, this is not definitive. Like, this is not definitive. It can be whatever we want. And I mean, clearly, because Loki having a little dictatorship right now. See, they can make whatever world the fuck they want. We can make whatever world we want. Okay? So it's for the youth. The youth need to come up here. We can build whatever we want. Even if it just doesn't work like this. Okay? Well, we will learn. Or we've already garnered enough information about people that we can really create something else. Like, what if we just created something so incomprehensible, something that has like never been created before? Like, have you ever created something you never created before? Now this is just another side concept thing I'm talking about, but truly, like, why are we so scared to actually do something? Top of the chat. And this is a long video. It don't matter if it reaches. If you watched it at the end of the video, then like, kudos to you, because shit is serious, okay? See, at the same time, I'm still working like 3 jobs, and I'm still like scared to revolutionize too. I get it, but at least, like, I don't know, I still feel passionate about it, and I want to try my best in the ways that I can. Every single day I put a little bit of myself, but I'm just not in the positions as some people who have the advantages to really get out of there. I'm saying, Nepo babies, step out. Nepo babies, you got all the money, you're fine. I'm talking about people who are already off the grid, and you got nothing to worry about. I'm still on the grid. That's the thing. I'm still on the grid, and I can be taken out anymore. Anyway, and I am scared of dying. Okay, I'm scared, and you guys gotta just accept that mindset that I have. I am scared at the same time, and I can't really just step out, but I can really voice things and understand, and yeah. So, I mean, yes, I'm scared, but at the same time, who the fuck wouldn't be? Okay? Like, I love Greta Thunberg for everything that she's doing right now. That's some fucking balls, okay? Some people just don't have balls. I don't have balls, okay? I mean, clearly. But I don't have balls to do it. But if someone out there can, and I know... Alright. Up for the next tangent another time. I feel like talking way too much. I hope you can digest a little bit of this.